besties, welcome back to my channel. My name is Elizabeth. Welcome if you're new. Welcome to today's video. So today was originally going to be like week of my life as a full-time book influencer type vlog, which I guess it sort of is that typey, but I did a lot of fun things in Ireland, so we did a lot of Irish things, aka I literally just did 2 fun things. I went to Howth and did the Howth cliffs. Went and ate at my favorite restaurant I found so far in Ireland. I enjoyed it so much, but you guys will see it later on in the video. I am so proud of myself because I finished all of the books that I bought in Amsterdam except for Set Piece, but I feel like I want to save that because I feel like it would be a fun short read to get me out of the reading slump I'm constantly prepping myself for, because I read like legit like 15 books last month. I've read 9 so far this month, but let me show you guys. So I made the little center part of my bookshelving, all the books that I've read, and look how cute. Also, everyone say hey to our new friend. They're besties up there. Anywho, also says when I bought those books in Amsterdam, I was like, there's no way I'm ever gonna finish all those, and I have. Let's see, 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, I finished 5 books. So crazy. So far this month I've read 2 Cara Bastone, Ready or Not, No Matter What's a new release. I really enjoyed both, but I absolutely swooned for Ready or Not. Thank you to my bookish bestie Maddie. I read In Her Only by Liz Time 40. Emmett Montgomery. I cannot. I read And Now Back to You by BK Borson, and then Rachel and Solomon's book What Happens in Amsterdam. One of my reading where it takes place is, that's obviously not all I've read this month, but those are all the ones I got when I was in Amsterdam. And then we've gone over this, but let's go over my physical TBR for like the rest of the month. I don't think I'll get to all of this. I have to read Intermezzo. I'm gonna start it today and hopefully like get through it. I also just got Trope Sick, which is one of my most anticipated reads of the year. So anywho, these are books that I have that I really want to get through on my physical TBR. Lost Lambs I'm going to use when I need like a palette cleanser, because I think it's more of a, it's more like a fit slash like humor comedic, so I have that. I've said this a million times, like go back and check every reading vlog ever where I've been like, I really want to read Loved One, I really want to get to Loved One, and I think I might start it this next week, depending like how long it takes me to get through Intermezzo, which can't take me longer than 4 days because that's how long my library hold is left on it. And then these 3, well these 2, I really want to sit down and film a book video with it. I'm going back and forth on if I want to film a video that's like reading just like books, beachy reads to get me in the summer mood, or if I want to film rereading my 5-star reads, because these both, I don't think Happy Place was a 5-star, but I know Wedding People was a 5-star. And I also have this, which makes me lean towards wanting to do the whole summer read. So anywho, these 3 are on my physical TBR. This is like least on the list, I think. But one of my goals of the year was to reread all of Emily Henry books. So I haven't done any so far. Anywho, okay, so that's where we're at with books and everything. We do have one new release this week, and that is the only book I will allow myself to buy. And I honestly don't know if I want to read it, but maybe I do, because I really enjoy making the content, like reading the book as it's coming out, obviously. So anyhow, okay, that's where we're at with reading. Let's get into today's video. I hope you guys enjoy. And yeah, very grateful for the sunny days we've had lately in Dublin. It's been stunning. Even today, just like the classic Dublin overcast days when there's no wind. Chef's kiss. Hi girls, I just want to jump in really quick because I decided during editing that I was going to swap up this vlog a little bit. So I was filming reading where it takes place, but I ended up just not getting enough content for a full video. So I am going to add it into this vlog. It happened this week, but I was planning on filming them separately, but we're just combining them. So we are starting that here, and it'll just be mixed into the rest of the video. This video is very chatty, book reading heavy. I promise I'm going to try to do more like Ireland themed vlogs, but that's what it is this week. Hope you guys enjoy. Hi divas, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Elizabeth Ann, and welcome to today's video, which is reading a book where it takes place, which is so exciting. I actually started this yesterday, and I'm already a few chapters in and really enjoying it. But the book itself is from NetGalley. It comes out in June, I believe, and it's called In Every Possible Way by Alicia Thompson. And basically, our main character goes on this horrid date with an Irish guy in New York, where she lives. It goes horrible, and she gets mugged on the way home. Obviously, not obviously, she hits her head and wakes up in Ireland, and she meets Iman. I need to double check that I'm saying it the right way. I think it's like Grumpy Sunshine, so I think he's a little grumpy, but he helps her figure out what's going on, and they go on this adventure together for the next, like, I think it's 48 hours, so sounds really good. Very excited. And we're gonna go run some errands, so I'll bring you guys along if I get some reading done. I'm not totally sure. Hi divas! Okay, guess what? I really didn't vlog anything while I was out. I took a bunch of TikTok clips, but really quickly, let's see. I'll put you guys here. Not the best lighting or the best location, but we're here together. Okay, really quickly, I just did, like I said, a TikTok unboxing. All the random stuff I got today. I like to get this whenever I can find it because it's like legit like three servings of Pepsi Max. So I got this while I was in Spar. I went to go get my favorite juice, which is my treat sometimes. And then anything else? Oh my god, you guys. Okay, so when I stayed at, where is it? Here we go. At, what is the name of that hotel? The Dean, Galway. They had these oat bars there, and I tasted them. They're made in Ireland, and they're so good, and I've never seen them anywhere else, and they had them when I ran into Holland and Barrett today, so I grabbed 2 of those. And then, where do I start next? Okay, so you guys know I got that notebook, and I had been looking for washi tape and then just adhesive, so I could start like scrapbooking-ish the notebook, or at least the plain sheets of paper. So I just got this basic gold from Hodges Figgis, and it was $3.95, which I went to Eason's right before I came home, and they had these like 10 rolls for like $8.99, so I definitely should have gotten it there, but I just thought of it and picked it up. I got just like the tacky glue to put stuff in the book, and then I just got some colored pens. I was gonna get like a Sharpie or something, but I just went with this since there were so many colors. So that's it for the scrapbooking. And then I have been looking everywhere for this stuff. Okay, so I use this and then A313 and the face wash. That's kind of my entire skincare routine. I really need to add in a vitamin C. I tried the Claude, I don't know how you say it, the French brand, Vino Perfect, and I thought I was gonna like it. I did not like it. I've used Sunday Riley. I really enjoyed that, but it's legit like $85 for one container of the serum, but it works well with my skin. So I'm gonna research and think about what I want to add into my routine for that. This stuff I've been looking for everywhere. I haven't been able to find it in so long. I've been using maybe Vichy, another like French skincare brand, but it doesn't even hold a light to this. I don't know what's in it. This brand everyone knows for obviously the moisturizer that all the makeup artists use, but this is the most moisturizing face wash I've ever used. It's like a cream milky base and it works so well. I haven't been able to find it anywhere, and honestly it's like the most expensive part of the skincare routine, I think. Yeah, like this is $25. It's a lot cheaper. Like when I got it in New York at the store it was like maybe $20, but also a lot of things are like a little upcharged here since we obviously are on an island. But anyway, I found this through Meagers. I haven't been able to find it anywhere. And they had this little kit, which I'm gonna guess since it was 50% off, it was from Christmas. But it's such a good deal because this itself is probably like $20-$25. And I got this kit for like $17.80, so that's really nice. I use this every day. Like I said, I just use this A313 and then SPF, and I really love it. And then it came with what I was saying on my TikTok. I think this is kind of equivalent to like Skin Glow. It's called Rose Glow, and it just says Radiant Complexion Cream. And then I read on the side and it just says like adds a like dewy finish to your look. So that's really cool. Just kind of added bonus. And then I think that's it. You guys, when I saw this, I knew I had to get it. Like I knew I had to get it. And no judgment zone here. You know how I am about my jelly cats, and they came out this special edition St. Patrick's Day, only in Ireland jelly cat that literally has a 4-leaf clover on its ear. I can't think of her name. What's her name? Tell me what your name is again. Like if you know me, you know I am the embodiment of lucky girl syndrome. Oh, we just missed it.
Confusing Irish names, so make sure to stay tuned to the channel. How do you say it? Bloned. Bloned. Pretty straightforward once you know. Bloned. So this is Bloned the bunny. Is she not the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life? I don't really care what you have to say about me in the comments about my jelly cats. She's so cute. She's gonna look amazing on my bookshelf. And if you know me, you know, like I said, I am the embodiment of lucky girl syndrome. I don't think I can take her tag off because even it's great. So cute, I cannot. I think she has to go on my shelf next to my rainbow painting. So happiest girl in the world that I have my face wash again and my moisturizer because I've not been able to find it anywhere. Okay, love you guys. I came to hike howth. I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear me, but I came to hike howth, and it's like this is it. Like relax. I have to take a little break. My ankle's hurting a little bit. This is unreal. Hi girls. Okay, so let's talk about In Every Possible Way by Alicia Thompson. Thank you so much, Penguin, Berkley, and obviously Alicia Thompson. They did, sometimes NetGalley will do this thing where they let the book be available for anyone to read on NetGalley for a certain time, and they did that for St. Patrick's Day. So glad I read it like right after St. Patrick's Day because it kind of comes into theme a lot in the book, and it was just a really fun experience. I obviously enjoy and cherish it more, or not, maybe not more than the average person, but I have a different appreciation because it talks about like all the places I always am, which is so cool. And I think just like reading
book where it takes place is fun, but whenever you live in that place, it's why I really enjoy reading books based in London. You just have a different form of appreciation for the writing. So it was such a good book. I ended up rating it 4 stars. I kind of teetered between 3.75 and 4, and we'll get there as to why. But I really enjoyed it overall. It was such a good escape to Ireland, and I just filmed this for like 5 minutes and realized I told way too much information. So we're keeping it as like disconnected as we can. Basically, the story is about Jess. Jess goes on this horrid date. That's what we open up to in the book, with Niall, who is originally from Ireland. They go on this date. It's horrible. While she's on the date, she asks like about his family. He's like, oh, I have this horrid brother named Iman, but he's way too young for you, blah, blah, blah. She leaves the date. She's like on the phone with her best friend, she's like walking to her car. Basically, she gets mugged on the way to her car and is in this coma for, I think it's like 48 hours. Anywho, so during those 48 hours, she magically wakes up in Ireland. So obviously it has magical realism outside of Iman's garage. And one thing leads to another. They go across the city and the country for the next like 48 hours. It's a romance book, so I'll let you decide what happens. And anyway, it's a beautiful story. I really, really enjoyed it. The only things I had issue with, which I've never read any of Alicia Thompson's other books, so like I don't know as an author if it was just like this book or as a whole. I have picked up a lot of her books and thought about reading them and just have never pulled the plug on them, but I do want to go back and read some more because I really enjoyed this book. It felt like basically once you got to like, I don't know if it was halfway, the pacing was just like a little off. So I would say like maybe halfway, a little bit before you got halfway, the middle of the book, or at least like I would say almost the second half of the book, the pacing was just off. Like at times it felt really, really slow, and at times it felt really, really fast. And we just sort of didn't get that true rhythm. But other than that, absolutely adored this book. I think it is the perfect escape to Ireland. I think anyone that loves Ireland and Irish love stories will enjoy it. And oh my gosh, I feel so blessed. Thank you so much, Penguin Random House. If you guys don't know, my biggest goal is to work for Penguin Random House. So, to read one of their arcs was so great. Anyhow, okay, loved that. Good morning, divas. We're gonna play this really fun game of will my camera overheat or die first. I love this camera so much, but if you're on it like filming nonstop, not just like clippy videos, it does overheat in 5 seconds. So anyhow, I'm here to tell you guys, I could scream. If you know, you know. So I was obsessed with Best Worst Thing. Shout out to Maddie. And she just got a physical arc in the mail for Lauren Oakey's new book, but she'd already told me about it, like she had read it. At that point, I had not read Best Worst Thing yet, so I didn't understand the hype. Now I do. Anywho, I woke up to the most amazing news that I was approved for the arc on NetGalley. I am very, 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 very excited. So much so that I was gonna go into town to get a toasty like later in the afternoon, but I think I'm gonna get a toasty in my neighborhood and stay in and read today. I really want to finish Ready or Not because I want to say, well, A, I'm pretty hooked into the book, but B, I want to say that I finished all my books selling out of Amsterdam, and this is the last one. So that's very exciting. I can't believe, I'm so proud of myself because I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I go and buy books and they just sit on my shelf, but not this time. I also have added this book stack on my built-in shelving behind my bed, and it's like all the books that I have read. So it's getting big. We're getting there. I have a few. I have to read Intermezzo this week, which will be a different reading vlog. Reading books where they take place. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have like 5 books that I really would like to read, 1 or 2 this week, and get through before the end of the month. I really want to reread The Wedding People and Happy Place, and it'll be for a vlog. And then I also have Lost Lands I haven't read yet, and I feel it will be a good like palette cleanser. I also have Loved One that I really want to read, and I have Problematic Summer Romance. So TBD, we will see. And then I also have a bunch of arcs. Like I have a multitude of arcs that like I'm in the middle of. Where is it? Like Missing in Soho, I'm I think like 50% in. What are the other ones? So When You Loved Me, I really want to start that arc. That's also Penguin Random House arc. I have Stephen King's 11/22/63 I really want to read. I also have, I just like have so many books on my Kindle I really would like to get through. And yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna get to reading and I'll do you guys on the way. Hi girls. Same outfit. Technically same day because I filmed that earlier today. Anywho, I finished Ready or Not and let's have a little chat about it. Let me put you guys up. Okay, hi. Ready or Not, Cara Bastone. I'm actually like, I'm equally excited and sad because obviously everyone has talked about Ready or Not, Promise Me Sunshine, and now her newest release, and I had just never like bought into the hype and read any of her books yet. Not that I didn't want to read it or I had like a strong, I can't think of the right word to use, but I didn't have a like dislike or anything. I just knew eventually I'd probably read her books, and I finally did, and I'm really sad because I only have one left. I really enjoy her writing. I like that it's not the like typical fluffy rom-com, but it's just like so beautifully written and unique circumstances. Like it's not just your textbook rom-com romance novels. So basically we follow Eve, who always has a plan, always has her life together, blah blah blah, type A, and she has a one-night stand and gets pregnant unexpectedly with Ethan's child. Now the whole like story I'm gonna try to like stick to, but this is honestly, this is an old book, so like if this spoils it for you, I'm sorry. Like I don't know, it's probably a year or 2 out, so I don't really care. Anyhow, basically we follow Eve. She has her best friend Willa. Let's go through the characters. So there's Eve, who's the main female character. There's Willa, who is Eve's best friend. And then Willa's brother, Shep, is the main male character. And then we also have Ethan, who is the baby daddy of her unexpected pregnancy. We do have like another character, which is Ethan's girlfriend, which is a whole nother story. So basically we just follow as Eve accepts the fact that she's pregnant, even though she wasn't really sure if she ever wanted to have kids. We follow the complex change and shift in her friendship with Willa. We follow as basically Eve and Shep go on this journey together, and fall in love. It's such a beautiful love story. And it's a beautiful story, about found family, but also just untraditional, like modern, I don't know if modern is the right word, but untraditional love stories. And though they may be like wacky and crazy dynamics, it's still such a beautiful love story. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's set in New York, predominantly in Brooklyn, where Eve lives, and yeah, it's a lot of fun and I really enjoyed it. It was the most gorgeous slow burn, and yeah, anyhow, so I can't recommend it enough. I like this more than No Matter What. No Matter What was like, this is obviously unplanned pregnancy is a heavy topic, but like that is a lot heavier of a topic. It's very traumatic, and I don't know, I just really enjoyed it. Can't recommend enough. It's the perfect reading weather, which you probably think to yourself every time I say that. Isn't Dublin just like always the perfect reading weather? Yeah, low-key, yeah. I should be starting intermezzo, but I think I'm gonna start Tripsic. I'm so excited. Okay, divas, ignore the hair. I think I'm gonna end it off here because it's time for another week in Ireland. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to comment down below what you're reading. And I think that's basically it. Love you guys so much.